everyone, I've got another lovely rhubarb recipe for you today. This is my second recipe. I've already shared rhubarb and strawberry crumble. Lots of you have made it and loved it. So today I am going to make simple rhubarb jam. I have rhubarb in the freeze since last year and I want to use it up. So you can use frozen rhubarb or fresh rhubarb, whichever you have. I'm going to get this into my pan. I've got 1 kilogram of chopped rhubarb. Get it all in there. Just to mention, if you're using frozen rhubarb, just if there's any excess ice, just shake it off before you add it to your saucepan. That's perfect. Into here I'm going to add in 1 kilogram of sugar. I've also got a lemon. I'm going to add the juice of a lemon. It'll help thicken the rhubarb jam and you get a better set. Rhubarb is very low in pectin, which helps set the jam. Just give it a little mix. And I'm going to let this sit for about half an hour. You can let it sit overnight if you wish. By doing this, it helps draw out the natural juices of the rhubarb, helps the sugar dissolve evenly, improves the flavour. The technical name in cooking for this is to macerate your fruit. So I'm going to leave that now for about half an hour. We're ready to start making our jam. You can see the sugar has dissolved, lots of juice in there. So what we're going to do is get it onto some heat, not too high a heat, like a medium heat would be perfect, and stir it continuously while the sugar dissolves and the fruit softens. The sugar is completely dissolved now and the rhubarb has got nice and soft. It smells lovely, you can smell the rhubarb, it's beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in 75 grams of crystallized ginger. Crystallized ginger is absolutely beautiful in rhubarb jam. You can leave it out if you want, but I would recommend to add it. It's also beautiful in crumbles and it goes great in treacle bread too. So get that in there. We're going to turn the temperature up now and we're going to bring it to the boil and keep it on a rolling boil for about 20 minutes and just keep stirring it. And at this stage we're going to get a little plate or a saucer into the freeze because we're going to use this to check that the jam has set. My rhubarb's been boiling for the last 20 minutes. You can see it's got a good bit thicker. The fruit is broken down. So I'm going to test it now on my cold plate. I'm going to put a little bit of the jam on it. And we're going to wait about 1 minute. I'm just going to test it to make sure it's okay and that's going to set. So what we're looking for when we press the jam is it needs to, you see a little wrinkle and it holds its shape. It will thicken up further in the pots when you put it into the pots. So I'm just going to test this now. And I can see a little wrinkle in it. It's probably hard for you to see on screen. You can also see that the rhubarb is staying in one place. So that's quite a good set. So what do you do if it's runny and you don't get that wrinkle? Well, you just continue to boil it for another while and test it again. Just needs to be boiled further. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this into the sterilised jars. It's very hot, so you have to be careful with this. I'm going to get this into my hot jam jars now. You could use a jug if you want. This makes about 4 1-pound jars. And get a lid on when it's hot. And there you have the first one. So just keep doing that until you have all your rhubarb jam finished. Lids on and that's it. That's your rhubarb and ginger jam done. The flavours will improve in this after a day or two and it's gorgeous on toast or a fresh scone, nice warm scone with butter and rhubarb and ginger jam. This will keep for a long time, unopened. Last month my neighbour gave me a pot of her homemade jam from May 2024, 2 years ago, and it was perfect. But once you open it, I would store it in the fridge. So that is my rhubarb and ginger jam. Absolutely gorgeous, and I hope you all give it a try.